Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got another interesting episode. We're going to be talking about the Lakers. So before we get into it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, you guys, make sure you check out Dreamerspro Max. If you want to talk about basketball and chat live during the games, the season is back. Make sure you check that out. It's in the link description below. Don't miss out on that. We're going to be having a lot of fun this season. Anyway. Last season, I said this all throughout last season, I thought the two best teams in the Western Conference were the Lakers and the Clippers. I thought those were the two best teams. Some people felt the Lakers were a little bit better than the Clippers, and some people felt that the Clippers were a little bit better than the Lakers. I was in the latter group, right? I thought the Clippers were a little bit better, and I thought that these two teams were going to meet in the Western Conference Finals for the first time. Throughout their entire history, those two organizations, they've never faced each other in the playoffs. Funny enough, and they're in the same building. I thought last year was going to be the opportunity we were all going to get to see them play together, play against each other. But due to injuries, those hopes were derailed, right? Anthony Davis got injured, and then Kawhi Leonard was in the playoffs, and he got injured, and the Clippers got knocked out. The Lakers got knocked out. Once the Lakers got knocked out, obviously we weren't going to see them. So unfortunately, we didn't get to see that matchup. Because of injuries or whatever the case was. So going into this offseason, the Lakers decided that they wanted to shake up their roster a little bit. They decided that they want to make some moves. And I got to say, a lot of the moves that they made, I thought were great. They picked up Trevor Ariza. They picked up, who else did they pick up? Dwight Howard, who had already been there, won a championship with them, defensive anchor. Rajon Rondo, who played big for them in the Orlando bubble when they won their latest championship. I thought that was great. They picked up, Carmelo Anthony. They picked up a few other players. So I thought they did a good job picking up, retooling their roster. Now, granted, all of these players are a little bit long in the tooth. They're a little bit old. But nevertheless, I like what they did. But then they decided to take it a step further. And I think they went too far because they overreacted to what the Nets were doing in their big three. And the Lakers decided, for some inexplicable reason, that they wanted to make a trade for Russell Westbrook. So they traded Russell Westbrook from the Washington Wizards to the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, they gave up Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell. I forgot the other KCP. They gave him up, and I'm not sure if they gave up another player. So they traded him away. Initially, when they got him, I thought it was a terrible idea. A lot of people thought it was a terrible idea. Even some Laker fans thought, wait a minute, Russell Westbrook. Now, some diehards are going to say, no, it's going to be fine, blah, 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 blah. I said to myself, I think that single move will cost them a chance to win an NBA championship. And I don't think that LeBron James can overcome Russell Westbrook. Literally, I don't think he can overcome him. This is obviously something Skip Bayless has been saying, but I've been saying this from the moment they made that trade, right? And on opening night, both LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who was heavily criticized last season for kind of regressing a little bit, both of these guys played very, very well. Anthony Davis was very aggressive. He had a 33-point double-double. He looked good. He looked like the old AD, right? That's the AD that the Lakers really, 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 really need. If you look at LeBron James also had a solid night. I think if I look at the box score here, and I look at LeBron James's numbers just last night, he was sensational. 34 points on 56.5% shooting. He shot 45.5% from the three. That's excellent. He made 5 out of 11 3-pointers. Now, he didn't shoot so well from the free throw line, but he got you 11 rebounds and 5 assists and 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 block during the game. That was LeBron James. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. And at the advanced age of 36, 37, I don't think people should be asking much more from this guy, right? He did his thing, right? Both him and AD stepped up, and after all of that, they still were not able to beat a shorthanded Golden State Warriors team. And to me, that is concerning. The reason that's concerning to me is because while LeBron and AD were doing all of these things, where was Russell Westbrook? What was Russell Westbrook doing? What did Russell Westbrook end up doing in the end? Russell Westbrook finished the game. The big point guard, the big, the big fish, finished the game on his opening or his debut night with the Los Angeles Lakers. What did he do? He finished the game with 8 points, and as if that wasn't bad enough, he finished the game shooting 31% from the field. I want you guys to think about this. Russell Westbrook shot 31% from the field. He went 0 of 4 from the three, and he shot 0%. Obviously, he didn't make a single three. He attempted 4 threes, and he had 4 turnovers. Again, right? Russell Westbrook, I think in the 7 games he's played with the Lakers, has like 27 turnovers. That's unforgivable. That's unforgivable to me if you're a Laker fan. I just don't see how they're going to be able to overcome this guy. Now, some people will be saying, well, LeBron James had 4 turnovers too, so why you're not criticizing LeBron? Yeah, but LeBron's plus minus was only -2. Russell Westbrook was -23. Basically, when he was on the floor, they were basically being blown out. Those are abysmal stats for a player of his stature, but I gotta say, I am not surprised one bit, because we said this already. We've been here, we've done that. I think a lot of people feel, or some people feel, whenever you say the truth about the Lakers, oh, you're hating. No, bro, I'm giving you an honest critique of what I think. If the Lakers win, fantastic for them. Great for them is great for the NBA, whatever. But I just don't see how they're going to be able to overcome this guy. And if their plan is to lean on a 36, 37-year-old LeBron, that's a terrible plan. What do they think this is? What do they think this is? What was the purpose of getting Russell Westbrook? Now, as I said, on the bright side, Anthony Davis stepped up. He's been looking good, but I don't think these two guys are going to be able to overcome this guy. Russell Westbrook is too much of a liability. He is too much of a liability. We said this. I heard some analysts say this. I said this before. I said people are sitting here jumping for joy that they got Russell Westbrook. My question is, what is he going to do to the Lakers spacing? LeBron shot 5 of 11 from the three-point line. Is he going to be shooting at that percentage he's going to be shooting 45% from the three? No, right? LeBron James is a good three-point shooter. He can stretch the floor. Russell Westbrook is going to hurt the Lakers. What opponents should do is just let him shoot every single time. Don't give up a drive. Let him shoot jump shots. And if that's going to be their recipe for success, I don't think they're going to be able to get their success. I said it before. We did a video about a possible trade scenario. People were, oh, you trying to sabotage the Lakers? You lost a lot of credibility with this one, bro. I think the Lakers lost a lot of credibility when they went and traded for Russell Westbrook. I would rather have Kyrie Irving than Russell Westbrook. And I'm not sure, but I think the Lakers have some type of exception. I'm not sure where you can play in Staples. You don't need to be vaccinated, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever. I would rather have Kyrie than Russell Westbrook, to be quite honest with you. I would rather have Kyrie for half a season than have Russell Westbrook for an entire season. Truly, 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 I mean that. Kyrie is so much better than Russell Westbrook. He's so much more efficient than Russell Westbrook. He's a clutch player. He's a winner. I would rather have him, and I don't see how Westbrook is going to help the Lakers win this season. Now, obviously, it's a long season. It's still very early. There are a lot of games to be played. The Lakers are going to get better over time, but I'm just not sure that they're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals, or some people say, they're going to make it to the NBA Finals. I just don't see that. I listened to Chris Broussard yesterday on Undisputed, and they asked him would he pick the Lakers or the field. First he said the field, and then ultimately he picked the Lakers. I think he's going to end up picking the field too, because I'm picking the field right now. I'm not sure about this Russell Westbrook experiment. I'm really not. So those are my thoughts and opinions on that. What I want to know from you guys is, what do you think? What do you think about the game? What do you think about Russell Westbrook's game? What are your overall thoughts? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day, and catch you guys on the next episode.